time, we're looking at Everdream Valley. It's a farming adventure game where you grow crops, raise animals, you can explore the valley. It's developed by Moon Eaters and published by Untold Tale and Varsiv Game Studios. Most games you get dropped off somewhere by your parents. Mom drops off you at the farm to go help your aging grandparents that can no longer take care of the farm on their own. The farm is in disrepair. They need help. The chickens need tending. The sheep are lost. The garden needs weeded. The fences are in disrepair. They need some help. Now, there is a wide range of tools. Some you have to unlock from quest progression, some that you get just simply in the beginning. There's a watering pail to water your plants. There's a hoe to dig more spaces to plant more crops. There's a shovel to dig out plants and move them around. This includes putting a whole tree in your pocket. Actually, multiple whole trees. You can also go and find these rocks. There'll be like a rock and there'll be like an X marks the spot. And when you dig up that rock, you'll get like a various variety of items like furniture to put in your tree house or different clothing items. And I think that there's something else. I'm probably forgetting something else. There's a pickaxe to mine rocks. There's buckets and jars to milk the various animals like cows and goats. There's shears to shear sheep and alpacas. There is a bee smoker so that you can get honey from the hives without getting stung. There's a whistle to call your dog to you, and you can actually like make him go like various places. So that's kind of cool. There's a cat toy. Now the cat toy, you'll be able to navigate your cat through these hoops and you'll be able to raise the affection that you have with the cat. And the cat will actually go and chase down bugs for you. Now the dog, I'm trying to think. So the dog, you can raise its affection by giving it treats and playing fetch with it. And it will sniff out things for you in a variety of various quests and things. I can't remember what else the dog does. There's a tent to sleep in, so you can just put it down and sleep anywhere. There's a sword to harvest and whack weeds and flowers. There's an axe to chop down trees. There's a basket that makes it really fast to collect berries and crops because all you have to do is run through it instead of individually harvesting things, which is very nice. There's a camera to take pictures, which you can take pictures of places. You can take pictures of various animals to like archive it in your like I think it's an atlas, or do they call it an almanac? I can't remember which one it is. There's a bug net to catch beetles and butterflies, which there's also a book for that, and it keeps track of the various different types of bugs, so that there's like lightning bugs, there's dragonflies, there's beetles, there's butterflies, and there's actually frogs that you can catch as well. There's a flute, and the flute's nice because you can go to animals, including wild animals, and you'll be able to use it kind of like the Pied Piper with like the rats and have them follow you. And then you can also have them unfollow you once you get them to where you want them to go. There's a hammer to build and fix things. And there's a couple more things like the magnifying glass, which you can rename or name animals, and the saddle you need to ride the horses. There's just so many different tools and items in this game. Now, the first few tasks you have is to make like little boxes for the chickens so that they can go and lay their eggs. It takes a while, but they'll hop off and you'll be able to collect those eggs. You also have to go and find the sheep and bring them back and make a corral for them because they're off wandering, doing their own thing. Now, this also, later through more quest progression, you'll be able to get more animals. There's cows, sheep, alpacas. There are horses. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There's wild animals, so deer will come and try to eat your harvestable things. There's wild boars that will. There's geese out in the wild. Now the geese are scary. Like you go up to them and they're gonna chase you and they're gonna bite you. There is beavers. Those things make the most funny noise ever. So there are like random things that you can't necessarily use as, resources like you would the other animals. But there's lots of animals in this. Now, the map itself, when you first join, is completely clouded. You can only see the area that you're in. Of course, if you move into a place that's clouded, it'll unlock that. So exploring is a big thing. So as you explore, you're going to end up seeing various different bridges that you cannot currently cross because you need items to restore those bridges. There's a few bridges that you can restore off the bat as long as you have trees cut down. But there's a couple bridges that you can't because you need nails, and that's a later quest progression that you kind of have to wait for. Now, a lot of the times, Grandpa and Grandma will have quests for you, and as you complete those quests, you're going to get more quests. Other quests you can actually start by going to various places on the map. So once you start exploring, it's going to trigger different things. It's like, oh, hey, Grandpa, hey, Grandma, I seen this. What is this? And it's going to trigger like a new quest. Quick break. In this little section announcement, I want you to take a few seconds and go down in the comments and tell me what your favorite farm animal is. Do you like the cows? Do you like the chickens? Do you like alpacas? Do you like goats? Is there something that's on the farm that I didn't mention that you like ducks or I don't know what other farm animals like pigs, cows, horses, sheeps, donkeys. Donkeys are kind of cute. They got cute little faces. Anyways, go down in the comments right now and tell me what your favorite farm animal is and what you would name it if you had one or if you have one and what their names are. Do that right now. Now there is a merchant. You can go there and you can sell animals, you can buy animals, you can sell things, you can buy things. And what I kind of found is if you sell him something, he'll then stock that item, which is pretty cool. As you complete quests and things of that sort, he'll also sell new clothing for you. He'll sell new furniture items. There's a variety of different animals you can get for him. So like, for instance, you start off with chickens, but they're like a basic chicken breed, and you'll be able to get more expensive chicken breeds for him and raise them and then sell them back for more money than you would be able to sell the normal breeds. He also has a couple quests. Now, I'm trying to think. The bug book you get from him, and after you get to the certain point of like doing some of the quests from him, the items from him will actually be cheaper, which is very helpful because one of the quests you specifically have to buy something from him, and it's like a ridiculous price that makes no sense. So you have to catch so many of, I think, the beetles, and then his price drops like tremendously to where you can actually buy that item even though it's still kind of expensive. Now, restocking items like once he's sold out on something, I think happens somewhere between 3 and 5 days. I can't really remember what, but once you buy that item, you're going to have to wait to restocking. So what I actually did was I sold him one bit of hay and one bit of grass so that, when he restocks, I could at least buy like a little bit of that item so I didn't have to harvest so much myself to feed the various different animals I had. Now there are various different items you can build at the workbench. So that's where you're going to build your little boxes for your chickens. That's where you're going to build new fences. That's where you're going to build pastures or shelters for your animals. Now to build those items, you're going to need things to build those, and mostly it's planks. Now to get the planks, you need to chop trees to get wood, and there's a saw. So you have to go to the saw with your wood and, chop it into planks. Now, there's also a cooking station that you can cook various um, recipes and things. Now, these are kind of considered like mini games. So when you do them, you're gonna have to do like a series of actions to make those things. Now, the mini games include, the saw, they include the cooking station, getting milk from the cows and the sheep, shearing the animals. They all have mini games. Now you can do this as a fast action, which will give you one item. So like it'll give you one bucket of milk or one plank or one piece of wool. But if you do the mini game, you more than likely will get two of the items. And if you do it fast enough, you might even get more. Speaking of food, eating food can increase your max stamina, but getting hurt from, let's say, bees or geese can actually decrease it, and you would actually have to use a band-aid on your person. Otherwise, it'll keep being decreased, or your stamina also won't regain itself. So, pretty much stay away from the geese and the bees. Now, you can only raise your stamina 3 bars with fruit and basic items. After those 3 bars, you have to, and it will warn you, and it'll be like, hey, you need to eat something with more items. So pretty much you have to cook items to be able to get past those 3 bars. So what I pretty much do is I get a bunch of berries and I'll mass eat them until I'm at 3 bars. And then after that is when I'll start actually making the recipes and things from the cooking station. Now, when you eat anything, say like a berry, or something from the cooking station, it will completely replenish your full bars. Eating the um, the recipes pretty much is to make your max bars go up further, but you can eat anything to replenish it, if that makes sense. Now you have to sleep at night or the wolves are going to come get you. Pretty much if you're out doing things at night, you got to kind of be aware of your surroundings. There are a couple quests that you need to do things at night. So it's like as soon as you see a wolf, you need to run, and more than likely it's going to catch you. And if it does, you're going to have a nightmare that night and you're not going to be able to have a normal dream. And what do I mean by normal dream? So pretty much every night there is either a quest progression dream, which sometimes it'll just be a character talking, and sometimes it'll be a mini game. And on the days that aren't a quest progression kind of thing, it's just a mini game and it's a wheel and it spins and you do one of the things. Now, with those mini games, once you complete them, if you did well, you'll get various items. Like the horse mini game, if you get first place, you get like 10 hay bales and 10 carrots. While if you do the duck one, which the duck one isn't kind of like if you win or lose, it's like if you do it or you give up. Which that one increases like the duck population. So there's tons of different kinds of mini games, and each of them kind of gives their own reward. So right now, I'm actually collecting two of each animal, like I'm Noah's Ark, since there's, the different variations from the merchant. Like, I have this really pink, fluffy alpaca, and it's adorable, and I love it. And I think it's like breed is like Rose something, and it's just so cute. So now I have a big mama one and a little baby one, and it's adorable. It's like, oh. Now, there was a couple things that kind of upset me when I was playing this. And the main thing is the game likes to randomly crash. So I'm really glad that it has an autosave function. For the most part, you can go and save it yourself, or it will save at night. And I feel like jumping crashes it more than anything. Like, I'm the kind of person that I feel like all games you jump, you go faster. So I'm just gonna jump while I'm running to somewhere. It's just, I don't know, it's something else to do rather than running in a straight line. So it has crashed as I'm hopping around um like crazy through the map, and it's like bloop, up, it's done, and it's like, no, I did it again. It has also crashed as I was trying to place an item and I was like jumping over a fence so that I could properly place that item, it crashed a few times like that as well. Another thing is the horses don't jump. I was hoping to put the saddle on the horse, jump over the fence, and go do my business. But the horses doesn't jump. And it didn't seem like I could interact with the gate as well while on the horse. It's not like I want to let my other horses or animals out. So it was kind of like, okay, then. Another thing is, while you have certain tools equipped, you can't interact with some of the items. So, like, if I have the sword equipped, sometimes I can't interact with the workbench. Or if I have the axe equipped, I can't interact or talk with somebody. It's like certain items you have to just not have equipped to do other tasks. Like, you can't pick up some things while you're holding certain things. And it's just, I don't know. I guess it would be easier if you could still talk to grandpa and grandma no matter what you're holding, or go to the workbench or open the gate. Like, you can't open the gate if you have the flute equipped, which is annoying because it's like, well, I have the animals following me, I want them to move a certain way, why can't I open the gate? Another thing is the quests like to rotate on their own, I've noticed. And what I mean by that, like, if you bring up your map, you'll be able to see like markers of where you have to complete certain quests. After a while, all the markers will turn the same color. It's like, why is everything green? Is it just one quest and you go look at your quest? No, just all the quests decided to turn green now, even though they used to be all separate colors. So it's like you have to deselect them and then reselect them to get the different quests different colors. So that's a little annoying too. Now, all in all, I really love this game. I played it until I finished the story. Now, when I finish the story, you get like a statistics screen and it's like, oh, you've done all these things. And I ended up not doing all the quests apparently. So it's like I still want to do the rest of the quests. I still want to get 2 of each animals, and I really want to finish the rest of the achievements that there are on Steam because I'm only like a few away anyway, so why not? Now, this is the ending part where I want to thank everybody that's made it to this point of the video. You are amazing, and you get a head pet because you know what? Head pets are amazing. Now, I'm going to ask you to do something for me. If you have not hit that subscribe button, you could do that now. That'd be great. And the best part about it is it's free. And you can see more of my face and my randomness. Don't forget to check out the channel's About Me section to see when my current live videos are. And you can also join the Discord to see more information, chat with the community, and other things. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment. Tell me what your thoughts of the game are and if you're thinking of checking it out. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope that you'll maybe watch the next one too.